Hey, but it's definitely got me into some positions that I look back at now with like more mature eyes and like,
Yeah.
probably wouldn't have done that.
Yeah, but it's all good. That's part of the journey, brother.
For sure. No, you're definitely right. Um, so tell me about Invasion Orlando that just passed this year. Um, Great time. I was extremely surprised about the amount of people that stuck around when it was raining.
Yeah, I mean, the morning ended up being okay, just like they forecasted. But obviously, we were starting to get DMs and emails like, hey, like, is the show canceled? Because I'm sure some people start rumors about it being canceled
Mm.
or not. Like, unless it comes from us, it's not legit, you know? But yeah, it was a blessing, man, because I truly do think that people go for the people. I keep saying it. It sounds redundant at this point, but it's 100% true. And like obviously, luckily with Desertland, it's a hybrid between outdoor and indoor. And as you know, you attended the year before. Like clearly, the party was outside last year, whereas
Yeah.
this year it was inside. But even the outdoor vendors, like mind you, being wet sucks, and having your tent and all your merchandise getting soaked, that sucks. But I didn't really have anyone complain about not getting foot traffic.
Mm.
And they obviously knew that naturally, if it was nicer out outside, they would have got even more. So I had vendors from California, like yourself, but Mike from Prestige Marketing and the Two Crave team. They're like, this is the most people we've ever seen at a rain out, quote unquote. But from what I understand, like in California, if it rains, like nobody shows up. Like I
Yeah.
can't say that Florida they show up per se, but I'm telling you, it's the combination of Desertland having that indoor aspect and just BMW people in general. Like people plan this shit for months. Like if you plan on going to see so and going out to dinner and doing all these things, it's not even just Invasion. It's the whole week
Yeah.
between pre meets, post meets, cars and coffee, going to Disney. You know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's a week. And people don't want to bail on that shit. Or lose all their money in travel
Facts.
expense. So people showed up, man. We had over 6,000 people. It was the most people we've had to date at a show, and it was a rain out.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
blessing.
Yeah. Definitely was a good time. Um, yeah. That's what I was thinking of it as if this was in California, nobody would be here.
Yeah, that's why we're definitely starting to flirt with the idea of doing more hybrid or more indoor shows. Just obviously, if you do a convention center, it's a little bit difficult to do
Yeah.
motorsport activities just because we like to break it up. But that's also the benefit of having more than one show. You can have one be more motorsport focused, one more static. You know what I mean? Because it's funny, like, even though we all love BMW, I feel like different parts of the country like different aspects of BMW. Like, I feel like in the Northeast, they care a lot more about being fast. And that's
Mm.
super cool. I think Florida is more of a combination of being fast and looking good.
Yeah.
And I feel like Cali's a little bit more about showcasing the car itself, the show car.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe your EPA has part of the reason why it's harder to go fast here. But if you look at all the shops that do like the built motors on the S58, the turbos, all that stuff, it's New York, New York, New York, New York.
Yeah. It seems like that is overall in the automotive community is like the Northeast. Like
Yeah, they're
even
just
in,
they're just crazy up there.
yeah, but maybe it's the ego.
Yeah,
Maybe it's because all of those guys that I've met from out there, they have big egos. I always try to think about it like why? Why are people from the East Coast, New Jersey, New York, why do they have so much ego? Why are they so um quick-tempered? And I always wonder if it's because they're so close
it
in
is actually
proximity.
because I'm from Boston, and I've spent a lot of time in New York City as well. And even though New York's a lot bigger than Boston, in general, we all live on top of each other in the cities. And then also the country was founded there.
Mm.
Like so like literally like Boston, dude, like it's 89% white and like everyone like lives in their own little community. It's just different. So like you bump into somebody in California, they're like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry." Whereas like in New York, they're ready to fight you.
Yeah.
It's just different. And
Yeah.
then that's why the United States is really cool, man, because it's almost like when you go to Europe, like it's so small there. It's like, all right, cool. I can drive like 4 hours and like go to Spain and France and Germany. They're all like right there. With us, like it's like, all right, you have Florida and all the different states, and like each time you go to a different state, it's like its own little world.
Yeah.
Different culture. People speak English with different dialects and shit like that. Like you go to South America, they all speak Spanish, right? but they have different dialects, they have different accents. Like Dominicans sound different than someone from like Colombia,
Yeah.
or Puerto Rico. Like it's cool. And the United States is just like that too. Like if you live in Texas, you sound a lot different than someone from New York or California. Like it's
Yeah.
cool, you know?
Yeah. But the East Coast is definitely killing it. Was it one stock F30?
His
He was
G42.
he was actually gonna be in our booth. That was the car that was gonna be in our booth at Invasion.
That's a real kick in the nuts, huh?
Yeah, it sucked. But it was his fault because he was like mad late.
Yep.
But it's all good. Like I fuck with him, and this car's crazy. I love that shit, dude.
Yep.
That shit is wild, bro.
Is he coming out for LA?
No, I should have a combo with that,
Especially
dude.
there's drag racing there.
For sure, because that car, especially like if he was able to get some street runs or something.
Yeah, wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
Unofficial. We do not.
We're
condone
close.
that behavior.
We're close to Mexico right here. So if you take the 5 down, but yeah, like that's what I would do because somebody like him, like One Stock, he's creating something for himself. He's creating a brand for himself. All the work that he's putting into the car, everybody that is part of it, all the shops that are helping him build it, like that's a whole ecosystem that he's building, and that can be something that can turn into shit whatever he wants.
Yep.
Him and like No Hezi, like all those guys that are building these cars that they're just going fucking eights and then just driving them.
I heard that he was almost in like the 7s.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah. And that's a B58
Yeah.
too. It's not even the S58. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's really crazy to see the numbers that these cars are doing. But yeah, I totally agree with you. Like that part of the country is more about, speed. I don't give a fuck what it looks like. It's
They just care about like meaty tires and maybe they'll change the wheels, but it's just about being as fast as possible.
For sure. And then when you get to Florida, you kind of find the best of both worlds just because they have the ability to go fast and not have to worry about getting pulled over a ref or anything like that.
Yep.
But I do find, and it is me being biased, that the cleanest cars do come from California.
Yeah.
You
guys like your bling.
Yeah,
Here.
for sure, dude. And maybe that's just a different type of ego.